Welcome to India. This is the Dumball Rally 2016. It's the world's ultimate banger rally, where 130 madcap motorists take cars that have seen better days.
If you're very lucky, you get one that's got some tread on the tyres.
And drive them as far as they can in just 1 week.
I only brought one pair of pants for the entire trip.
All to raise awareness and funds for the Teenage Cancer Trust.
It's all for a fantastic cause.
36 teams will be driving over 1,100 miles in just 7 days across the back roads of India.
So this is like driving in Sicily, Istanbul and Kosovo all together.
Their mission? To win as many challenges as possible.
After yesterday's challenge, this is a walk in the park.
On their action-packed road trip from Chennai to Goa.
Our horn works. That's all that matters.
This is a story of an incredible journey.
He's got a fish in his pocket.
Full of breakdowns.
We're spitting out some coolant. I don't know what that is, how it works, or what this is.
Bad luck.
You haven't just locked the keys in the car.
And unbreakable bonds.
For you, man.
It's been a hell of a journey.
This lot are idiots in India. Welcome to the Dumball Rally 2016. Previously, our Dumballers drove 214 kilometres along the western coast of India from Trivandrum to Cochin.
That drive-in was epic.
The teams had to complete part of the journey on board traditional Indian houseboats, and they had to be suitably dressed in order to gain access.
We'll be let on today. There's no doubt we'll be getting access.
Thanks to Team Autoerotica, who also accessorised their car in a nautical fashion.
There's a nautical theme today. We bought some fish.
The Green Squad picked up 13 points, moving them to second in the leaderboard.
Come over here, follow me. I want to just show you this. Now, this is an ambassador, but this one's extra special. This is the oldest surviving example of an ambassador in India. Hawk-eyed viewers will note that the grille is different. This is basically what the Morris Oxford looked like. It's even got that similar. That used to have an M in it for Morris. So they started making this in '58 and they stopped making it in 2014. What an amazing production run for a car. It's beautiful. It's two-tone, it's got white walls. It's just a wonderful piece.
Sadly, our 36 ambassadors are not shining examples like this one. And with signs of 3 days of solid driving starting to show, our Dumballers are going to be hoping their cars don't let them down today.
This morning marks leg number 4 of this fantastic road trip.
For the first time, our convoys are heading off India's main roads and driving through a nature reserve. The teams must take a steep and demanding pass over the Western Ghats before arriving in Coimbatore.
The geography, I think, today is going to change rapidly. We're going to have some steep climbs and also some steep drops. So, because we're going into a wildlife sanctuary, they're encouraging you not to stop, and you're not allowed to use your horn inside the forest area.
We're going through a tiger sanctuary today. We are hoping we might see some tigers. We have to make sure we've got plenty of fuel, mustn't go out second gear, mustn't have the car open, no aircon, lots of no's, but hopefully a really good day.
It's going to be extremely tough on these cars. These tires are already blowing smoke like there's no tomorrow.
I think it's going to be a bit of a war of attrition. We might lose a car or two today.
OK, ladies, gents, who wants to hear today's challenges? There are 2. Because we're going into a wildlife reserve, well, let's do something wildlife-based, shall we? First is a photography challenge. You have to try and get photographs of the big 5, they call it, in India, which are tigers, elephants, monkeys, wild boar and deer. And the second challenge today, also wildlife-based, is to source artefacts of said animals. No, don't buy ivory. And also don't buy live creatures, please. No more live creature purchasing. OK, so go forth and enjoy yourselves. Well done, everyone.
The Indian big 5, wild boar, monkey, elephant, tiger, something else that can probably kill you without getting out the car. It's easy.
Today's challenge is to find some animals
live animals and sculptures of animals. So we're pretty excited, hoping for tigers.
OK, we're with Pac-Man Do, the team. You can see the Pac-Man wheels. So how have you found the event so far?
One of the best experiences of my life. I feel like driving in India is like playing a computer game. The difference is you just have one life.
That's true. That's actually probably the best anecdote I've heard.
We're going to a sanctuary today, so we thought we'll have a bit of fresh meat. So it's got to be tiger pie. Who says pub grub isn't refined?
We're here with the Yellow Submarine boys, just about to leave into the traffic. You guys are just doing your final adjustments.
Yeah, of course, you've got to test the horn.
Well, that is the most important part of an Indian car, apparently.
Of course, you've got the additional one on the top.
Now, you had a few mechanical problems with your car. You didn't, like, break down yesterday, but you were limping a little.
There's been, every time you engaged the clutch, every you went along, we had a big bump. And it got to be a physical bump where you almost hit your head on the windscreen. So we limped in the last 2 or 3 miles. Last night, they did a wonderful job. They changed the pop shaft in an evening.
Did they?
Amazing. They're an amazing crowd, this lot, yeah.
That is very good. So you're feeling strong again. You're back up to full strength.
We love this motor. We want to take it home with us.
OK, so we've not long just left the hotel. We're in Cochin traffic. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to this because we're going to get a massive terrain change.
Just before we enter, we'll pull up for fuel.
Everyone's actually heading first and foremost to a fuel station because apparently if we don't fuel up within the city limits of Cochin, there are no fuel stations around the wildlife reserve area. We are in the deep, dark forest. We're going to hear less horns today because as we leave Cochin and the horn action continues here, when we get into the wildlife reserve, the use of the horn is banned apparently.
So that they don't attract any wild animals by having food in their cars, the Black Squadron have decided to pull over for an early lunch.
Apparently this is the last town before we hit the jungle, so quick snack now before we lunch afterwards.
And while stopped, it's an opportunity to try some of the local delicacies.
We've got slimy balls, we've got floury crisps, and knickknacks. Some knickknacks? Some knickknacks.
This is like the best juice bar ever. Love it. So lunch is going to be later, which is fine. When it's really hot, you're not really hungry anyway. And then we've got like 70% more of the day to go before we eat again, so that's fine. Which is good. We have to go and find some monkeys.
Up ahead, I'm hitching a ride with the organisers of the rally, Team Dumball 1.
You guys started all this, so can you tell me how it all came about?
In 2006, I called a meeting in my local pub and got all my friends together and said, this is what we want to do. And they were kind of like, yeah, OK. As far as I knew at the time, no one had ever done this before, bought bangers and driven as far as they could and then just ditched the bangers at the end of it. So there were 6 cars, there was 1 convoy. Hence we now do it in convoys of 6, because we just thought that's the perfect number.
And then different people took turns in kind of navigating as well.
It sounds weird, doesn't it? Because 2006 doesn't sound that long ago, but GPS was not readily available. So we did not arrive at a destination before midnight, and we absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
Was there always a charitable aspect to it?
No, it was just for fun. In 2007, we decided that we wanted to do it again, and I'd been to a Teenage Cancer Trust comedy event, and they just seemed like the right fit for us. They're a cool young charity, they were very small, they were growing, and it sort of appealed to teenagers, and what we're doing is quite childish, really.
Now, fully up to speed on the history of this event, we reach the entrance to the Jungle Pass in no time.
Waterfalls on the right.
And it's not long before we're distracted by its utter beauty.
Wow, hold on a second.
That's a massive, massive waterfall. That looked absolutely stunning.
Should we stop for a couple of minutes?
Well, this scenery's a bit different, isn't it? No city chaos. I can walk in the road without getting killed. Real trees, beautiful, actually quite quiet, no horns. Because now we are in a nature reserve. Behind these trees is a waterfall that's apparently only 10 metres shorter than the Niagara Falls. We're in somewhere very idyllic because there are tigers, there are elephants, there are monkeys, wild boar, deer, and also a lot of Hindustan ambassadors.
But whilst the teams enjoy some time out of the cars, the Green Squadron are missing an opportunity to photograph the first of the Big Five.
OK, so you know we're in a wildlife reserve? Well, look, Jungle Book's car is being attacked by a real monkey. Because they've decorated the car with some of the fruit is real, that pineapple is real, and the monkeys have attacked the car, look, and they've eaten it. They're going to come back to the car, it's been ransacked. Yeah, watch him now, he's on it. Wow, aren't they amazing? They don't look real. Oh dear, scared the living daylights out of me then.
Coming up, buffoons.
You haven't just locked the keys in the car.
Beauty.
The air up here is just such a welcome change from all the belching diesel and two-stroke of the city.
And breakdowns.
Is your car broken?
Yeah, there's got an oil leak.
Say welcome back to the show.
Yeah, welcome back to the show for...
the Dumball.
Welcome back to the Dumball 2060!
It's leg number 4 of the Dumball Rally, and our drivers are travelling 253 kilometres from Cochin to Coimbatore, searching for some of India's famous wildlife. But as of yet, no one has photographed any animals.
One of the finest things about the Dumball is when you stop to take an exercise or leg or toilet break, you can just find some beautiful cultural spectacles. And I'm not talking about Thor or Superman or Mr. Motivator. I'm talking about this. Stunning, stunning scenery that India has to offer.
But as ever on the Dumball, it's not long before the lunacy continues.
Look at these guys, they can't get enough of it. Thor's into it, the cricketers are into it, Mr. Motivator's getting involved. Look, I think Mr. Motivator's going to do a little routine. Are we doing a routine?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, yeah. Let's go again.
That's one view the locals weren't expecting. 35 kilometres away from the nature reserve.
It's right here on the left-hand side, guys. It's better stop. Pulling over on the left, yeah, you'll see us.
And the Black Squadron have pulled over at a local toy store to buy some animal artefacts.
I like the shark.
Yeah.
Crocodile. Dinosaur. We should really get a tiger, shouldn't we? No, Ross, we are supposed to get stuff that's connected with the Big Five, and the tiger's one of the Big Five.
Done.
So we've got tiger mask, tiger inflatable, stuffed tiger. I think that's pretty tigery. That's pretty good. £6.40, that is the best £6.40 I've ever spent. There you go, thank you. Look at him, the monkey has now gone tiger. That's amazing. Right, yeah. We have one tiger in the car already. Okay, we have a monkey. We like this. We like this. This is good. We're actually winning.
With an inflatable turtle strapped to the roof for good measure and 3 points for their squad, the team set off for the jungle. Up ahead, after a quick stop at the waterfall, the blue squad are ready to carry on. But there's a problem.
You haven't just locked the keys in the car.
The lost car keys. Key is in the car.
Just to recap, everybody. So you were the first people to ruin your car. You lost your voice. What else happened? There was something else.
We lost the radios yesterday.
Lost the walkie-talkie radios. And now a fourth thing of, you sort of haven't lost the keys, you know exactly where they are.
Oh, man.
Probably should keep the plane.
Look, it's a nice place to do it.
Because they asked, yeah.
Unless the tiger turns up.
Unfortunately, the owner of the aptly named Lost Car Keys car happens to be part of the support team.
Let me just tell the owner I've locked the keys in the car.
This is going to be hashtag.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, sir. The keys. Where is key? In the car. Now, sir. It's locked. No problem. Do you have a spare key? I have a spare key. Hey! We have a spare key because the driver's here.
Far less awkward than I was expecting.
Cool, I think I got off easily with that one, didn't I?
Whilst Team Lost Car Keys tried to get back into their car, it's a chance for the other members of the squad to snap some wildlife.
We haven't seen any wild boar, any deer or any tigers yet, but that's presumably coming up.
Just behind, and the Black Squadron have also entered the jungle pass.
So we've come to a really nice waterfall just here on the left-hand side. And apparently it's nearly the size of Niagara Falls. And it is.
Don't fall down.
Beautiful. It's amazing. When you're driving all day, you're concentrating on sitting in the car and you're not getting to just absorb everything as much as I like to absorb it. But yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful.
And for the Black Squadron, it's also a chance to photograph some animals, including some that weren't on the list for today's challenge.
We've got monkeys and water buffalo, and then that's it. Is water buffalo not in the top 5? Our top 5. We're going to win because we've created our own challenge of 5 animals.
Yeah, we're going to make a move, guys.
Up ahead, and the yellow and green teams are racking up the points for snapping monkeys, deerses and boarses. But no one is yet to find an elephant or a tiger. And amazingly, despite the roads getting steeper, as the teams approach the summit, not one of the ambassadors has run into trouble.
OK, I've just hopped out the car and pulled over because I cannot resist having a quick breather and a look around here. It's beautiful. If you see this building over to your left here, the sort of peachy colour building, and there's a barrier, and that marks the end of the wildlife reserve. So we've just exited the wildlife reserve, but now we're in a huge Indian tea plantation. And that you could see all the tea workers here just coming in from a hard day's work. The fact that this just looks like that, and that you can hear the sounds, because we're still on the fringes of the jungle, it's just mind-blowingly gorgeous. And the air up here is just such a welcome change from all the belching diesel and T-stroke of the cities. But we do have to crack on, because I think we've got about 2 hours before we go, and the sun's quite low now, so we're going to have to get on.
163 kilometres away from the hotel, the teams have still got a long way to go. But being out in the wild is all very well, until it bites you back.
Somebody left a big log on the road.
Surely everyone else has been passed.
It appears one of the other squadrons have blocked their route, and David from Team Get It India is forced to have to get out of his car and try and move it.
It's a good thing we had a cowboy in our team.
That's somebody else's handiwork for sure.
Here we go, Baywatch, boys. Yeah, we need to get those guys.
With the log removed and everyone safely back in the cars, the Black Squadron head to the exit. Incredibly, all the cars made it through the jungle pass without any mechanical problems. And as the sun sets, the first teams are arriving in Coimbatore.
It felt like Jurassic Park at times. We were sort of looking out and we got loads of monkeys. You start off cute and then get more menacing the more you sort of get a bit closer to them.
We've taken lots of photos of animals. Did not see a tiger, did not see an elephant. Disappointed. I want to see an elephant.
Despite no tigers being seen today, there was one team who did manage to see an elephant.
Went in the tea and coffee plantations all around those. Spotted a few wild elephants, monkeys in the trees, tigers, not real tigers anyway.
It's been awesome, it's been good. We didn't get any pictures at all. Yeah, and we've got no art. We've just been driving a lot, all day.
We got attacked by monkeys. We did have a pineapple as a mascot on the front. That got totally destroyed. The one that you see on the corner up there is half eaten. This one's got a chunk out of it on there. So we've got Ellie as our new mascot.
With lots of wildlife snapped by all the teams today, this is how the leaderboard looks. The Yellow Squadron picked up a whopping 13 points, moving them from third to top position and knocking the Reds, who picked up just 1 point, down to second. The Greens, who picked up 5 points, go into third. But back out on the road, I'm with the Black Squadron, who still have 80 clicks to go.
The sun's gone down now and we are not far away from the destination of Coimbatore. But the scenery today has just been exceptional. And I'm so pleased to have seen all of this and seen the Hindustan ambassadors all get through okay.
But up ahead, there's an issue.
Okay, potential mechanical trauma. We've all pulled in because the mechanics who've been following Black Squadron asked us to pull in and have a mechanical check.
Hello.
Is your car broken?
Yeah, there's got an oil leak.
The support team who were following the Black Squadron noticed that the Pac-Man dude's car was leaking oil all over the road. Unable to go anywhere for the Black Squadron, it looks like a good night's sleep has slipped even further into the distance. Next time. Trains.
Oh no, they're closing it.
Tuk-tuks.
Yes! Come on!
And traffic.
They've broken down on the hairpin, which has made for an interesting traffic situation.